fishing, it's in my soul.
Welcome to the Salt Strong Podcast, disrupting fishing entertainment as you know it. Prepare to laugh. Prepare to get to know fishing legends in a whole new and unfiltered way. And on occasion, you might even learn a thing or two about fishing. Here's your host, Joe Simons. Like diamonds.
What's up, Salt Strong Nation? Joe Simons, like diamonds. He's like, oh my gosh, what's going on here? We are back, Chef Troy at Crab and Fin. This is version 2, part 2, whatever you want to call it. Cooking lesson number 2. And this time, what do we got, brother?
We got some local tripletail.
Oh, Cody, get in there and check out that bad boy. And I know Cody's like, man, that's a massive tripletail. You've seen him come in here a little bit bigger than that, but that's still a really nice trip.
Yeah, we got, I got one that was 39 and a half pounds once. It was, it was huge. Cape Canaveral.
And so how many pounds is this?
This guy's probably 5.
Okay, I was going to say 6. Okay,
something like
cool.
that.
Man, can you imagine Cody seeing a 39-pounder? Anything over 30, my goodness.
Yeah, that was a monster.
All right, so what are we doing? How are we preparing this?
We're going to do this guy today in papio, which translates to in parchment. Basically what you're going to do is we're going to take some parchment paper, put a bunch of nice aromatics in there with it, and you fold it up, cinch it shut, and essentially you put it in the oven and bake. And all those nice aromatics, we'll do some Chardonnay in there, some lemon, some butter. It'll just kind of all steam the fish and infuse with flavor. It's really easy to do. It's something you guys can do at home.
That's what I was going to say, right? Because you can buy the. Where do you get the bags?
It's just parchment paper. It's wax paper.
Oh yeah. So anyway, okay.
We do. They have different strengths, and they go by how much they can hold.
Yep.
Anything you guys get will be fine. We go a little stronger just because sometimes we got to hold them for a few hours. And some of that liquid might sog paper up a little bit. But this is you can do it with any wax paper you find at the store. You're better off getting a sheet because you need it a little bigger. And typically you just want to do a fillet of the fish, a portion per parchment. And then whatever you want to do from there, it's nice. You can kind of cut it open, table side, put it out on the plate, and everything steams nice, and it's kind of a ooh-ah type thing. Everyone in the dining room, when someone orders one, they smell it, turn around, and look, and say, oh, cool, I want that.
Yeah, the aromas. So let's talk about the tripletail real quick.
Yeah.
Any kind of mistakes that are made, or when you have, because part number 1 is having a fresh fish, right?
Right.
So how do you know you have a fresh fish besides catching it yourself and?
Well, like we said with the snapper, you definitely want to look at the eyes. This guy has nice, clear eyeballs, nice and shiny. Basically looks alive. You want to check that. These are already cleaned and gilled, or I'd have shown you that also. All
right, so let's talk through that for those that have never done this before. Just real quickly, how do you clean it? What do you have to take out?
You got to take out the guts.
Yep.
You got to take out gills. I mean, you don't really have to because we're filleting this one. And really, we're going to take the skin off also, so we don't have to worry about the scales with this guy either. We're just going to cut and fillet him down. We'll take the skin off and fillet from there. We just got to watch out for some bones. They got a nice line of pin bones in there, and of course you got your rib cage area here that's got some bones in it. But we're going to cut all that away, so all you're left with is a nice clean loin.
Sweet. Let's dig in, dude.
All right. So what you want to do, there's a lot of meat back here behind the head. So you always want to get in there. Make sure you get some of this stuff. Come down. You don't want to waste any. Now your tripletail, the reason we're doing tripletail today, we got all these crab traps out there today, or this time of year. And they're nice and prevalent out there. You guys go out, float those buoys, find some tripletail. Toss some nice shrimp. They shouldn't be able to resist. So what you want to do is once you get that started,
some fishing tips here today too. Come on now.
Once you get started, you just want to scrape off the spines. You'll hear them. You'll feel your knife. They'll come down, and you'll kind of hear it just ripping down. Okay, you get in behind here, break through those rib cage bones. It's the same thing. You get over that spine, angle the knife down. You really just want to use the tip of your knife to feel the bones and not miss out on any meat.
Cody, if you want to come over here, if you want to get a different view, feel free to push me out of the way.
So here's your fillet. This here is just rib meat. We don't want to worry about that. There's your spine and rib bones. You'll do the same thing on the other side. Come up this way. And And you do want to have a sharp knife for these guys. They got some nice thick skin, and with the scales, it makes them a little tough getting into. So I just like to do it like this. I like to get my line started. So you have this opening, and then you'll basically just come down, feel for those bones.
And obviously, if this is your first time cleaning one, you can go a little bit slower. I know,
Yes. We clean a lot of fish here.
and you have a lot of cooking to do
That's right.
today and every day.
Yeah.
Here at Craft and Fin. And you
Yeah.
guys change up the menu quite a bit, don't you?
Every day,
It's every day?
twice a day.
Dang.
Different lunch menu, different dinner menu every day.
Yeah, if you guys haven't been here, I mean, this is such a beautiful area, and it helps that today is just gorgeous. But right here in that circle, what's the circle called?
St. Armand Circle.
Yep, St. Armand, Joe. Sarasota. Beautiful area.
All right, so this is what you're left with. Again, this is just rib meat you don't want to worry about. There's not much there to it.
All right, so what are we doing now?
We're going to get these scales out of the way,
Okay.
and then we're going to go ahead and skin it. This is really easy, and sometimes it actually helps to have not as sharp a knife, depending on the fish. If they have real thin skin, your sharp knife can go right through the skin and be kind of a headache. Now, that happens a lot with mahi because they got a real thin skin, but these guys are pretty well armored, so we don't really have to worry about that. And like I said, you don't have to worry about the scales because they're coming right off right now.
And so for those listening and or watching, any tips on making sure that you maximize the amount of meat you're getting off the skin?
What you want to do is get your knife down at an angle like this, and really you don't use the knife. You kind of pull the skin and just leave the knife alone. It'll do the work for you. And that way, if your knife is in contact with the skin directly almost through to the cutting board, you won't miss anything. I mean, there's.
Well, that's how much you missed right there. You can see.
that was from the demo.
You missed nothing.
Yeah. All right. So once you get your fillet, you're gonna look for any bones, and they'll run right through here. These are your pin bones. Easiest thing you can do, just V cut them out, and you're done.
And so did you know just from doing this a million times, or could you actually feel them?
Both.
Okay.
Both. Here,
Okay.
if you want to feel them, you can feel them right here.
Okay, so how much are you cutting out then?
Well, you basically don't want to miss any meat, so you're just getting right there,
Yeah.
and getting right there,
Got it.
and there is your boneless fillet of tripletail.
Love it. All right, and then same deal here. Taking the skin off.
We're gonna take the skin off.
And any other prep work we're doing?
Yeah, we're gonna put it together in the parchment out here.
Oh, nice.
Sometimes you want a towel to help with your grip.
Oh yeah, baby, that looks good. Nice fillets. And so, do you know where this was caught?
These were local. These were out of Clearwater, St. Pete,
Well, cool.
right up by you.
Very cool.
Yeah, we have on a lot of our invoices, we have tracking where we can actually tell what boat they came from, what time they were caught. And most of our local fish, they're day boat fish. Our guys will go out and come back the next day. It'll get processed and sent to us in the morning.
So, as chef, when do you figure out what's on the menu? I wonder, how you can keep track of changing it up twice a day. That seems crazy.
We keep a very detailed log of what we have in stock. And having the ability to order and receive 6 days a week, we can basically make sure that we have enough for the day. That's the goal. Sometimes if we're a little busier than anticipated, we might run out of a fish or two, but then the guest knows that we're not sitting on a lot of stuff. It's in and out. Comes in, prep it up for the night, and it goes. I can order the day before. I can order the morning of. So a lot of times I'll come in the morning, see what we got after a busy night, and order for that day accordingly. And basically, depending on what we're putting on the menu, just depends on what's being offered. I have a ton of different fish purveyors that I go through, and whatever they have that looks good, whatever's a little different, you know, being able to print twice a day, we can switch it up and do whatever we want. You know, we're doing a lot of local fish for you, but we get stuff straight out of Spain, our Dover sole. We had scorpion fish on the menu this weekend.
How was that? Was it good?
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's in the same family as lionfish, so it's got that same real buttery, white flesh. Cooks up real nice, and I just try and get things that are a little different.
Yeah.
That people aren't going to see everywhere, but you got to have your staples. You know, Tripletail is one of the favorites here. Goes over real well. Snapper we sell a ton of. Anything different and unique, I'm going to try and get it, and I get enough just so where it's good for a night or two, and we're done with it.
What's cool too? I mean, I know you guys cater to a lot of people. You have locals, and this is obviously a time right now that's super busy with snowbirds. But locals coming here to get some new every week.
Yep, you're almost tied to having grouper. You know,
Yeah.
We don't have it right now, but we do. I run it probably once a week, just because it's Florida. You got to have your grouper.
Yeah. Mahi too.
Sometimes I try and have one or the other, whether it be grouper, mahi, snapper, something like that. You know, when in Rome, you got to have your grouper, you got to have your mahi.
Yeah.
But again, we usually have about 10 different fish selections on our menu, so there's room for everything.
Cool.
Halibut out of Maine, we got going all the time. Salmon, whether it be Loch Etive, some Ora Kings, or your regular Scottish salmon. Like I said, it's kind of the luxury of being able to be creative and play around and get in what you want to get in and just check things out.
Sweet. All right, let's get back to this, dude.
Yeah.
These fillets are staring at us.
Yeah.
Cook me.
Cook me. All right, so we just want to make sure your scales are off, and then we'll do a nice piece like this. And we'll go ahead and prep that bad boy up in a second.
Okay, so that would be a normal serving.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Clean this up a little bit.
Oh, so remember this, Cody. This is going to be the before, then we're going to have the after.
All right, what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you how to assemble the Tripletail and Papillote. For you guys, we're going to throw a little bit of blue crab in there as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, step it up a notch. Why not?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so what you got is a heavy-duty wax paper. We're going to lay down our aromatics. Okay, I'll put some lemon. Throw a little bit of fresh sliced garlic on here.
And does it matter in terms of positioning where you're putting it on
No,
here? Okay.
not really. It's basically what you're going to end up with as a finished product, how you want to layer it. You always got to take that in consideration. I like to do the lemon on the bottom because it'll give the fish a nice flavor, and it'll just kind of get throughout. We'll do some fresh capers on here.
Capers.
Capers. We're going to go ahead and put the fish on.
Okay. And so you just put it right, covering it on top?
Yep.
Okay.
We got your blue crab that we're going to do there. We'll chiffonade some nice basil.
And what else have you found that's unique doing this? Because this is so new to me, even though you told me it's so simple. I can't wait to see the whole process. What other things have you experimented with?
We do, let's see, last weekend we did a different preparation, but we used lemon sole.
Okay.
Nice flat fish out of New England. Cooks up a little faster. But anything you do with this is going to have a lot of flavor. And it's really just going to be all about the smell and the aromatics. And it gets real tender because essentially it's getting steamed. So it's all being steamed within its little parcel. And we do that by adding some butter.
Oh, yeah.
Got some nice butter going on.
Talk to me.
The more butter, the better. We got some fresh lemon we're going to put on.
Yes.
Get that guy in there.
Guys, if you're listening to the podcast, you have to come watch this video.
And
oh, man.
so basically what you're going to do there, hit it with a little salt and pepper, which we don't have. Is you're going to just kind of roll this guy up.
Now, any mistakes?
Not really.
Okay.
You just want to make sure it's sealed.
Like, how do you screw this up? Is that it, just not being sealed?
Yeah.
It still would.
I mean,
it still would kind of.
You know, the closer you do it to when you're gonna cook it, the better, because the paper's gonna be more more intact and more durable.
Yep.
Now what we're gonna do right before we close it, we'll take a little bit of Chardonnay, put it in here for a little added steam.
And that's just Chardonnay?
Yep.
Okay.
And then we're just gonna close her up all the way. And there you have
Now we got a steam bag.
local tripletail and blue crab and papio. That's just gonna go right into the oven.
And it's going down on the bottom just like that?
Yep.
Pan, or I guess we'll see that next.
We'll just put it right in the oven. It'll
Okay.
bake and steam inside and be ready to go.
Dang. Cool, and that's it for
That's
the prep?
it. That's it.
And that was simple.
Yeah. Easy enough, right?
You're right.
All right, guys, here's our tripletail and blue crab and papio that we did out there, ready to go in the oven. We're gonna take it from plate, put it on a sheet tray, and that's all there is to it.
Now, earlier you mentioned too that you don't have to have the tray.
No,
depending on
you
where
can
you're
do
cooking.
it. You can do it on a saute pan. You can do it on a pie pan, whatever you want.
Okay.
Any nice vessel that'll get it in the oven without putting it right on the racks because it might burn.
Yep.
So basically, yeah, we just get it on in there. It doesn't take long. Steam cooks fast, so 10 minutes tops, it's ready to go. And the other real nice thing about doing this is it's real forgiving. You can overcook it, but you're not going to know it's overcooked. It's always
So
gonna
what
be
does this
moist.
heat it up to?
This is on 500 or more.
500, okay.
Yeah, our ovens are all pretty hot. Got to be hot to go fast. All right, so we'll throw this in, and we'll come check on it in a minute.
Cool. So for those who are not in a kitchen where you're cooking for hundreds and hundreds of people, is there a temperature? Are you always trying to go hot, like over 400?
I mean, there's applications. You know, if you're baking something or prepping something, we always keep our 2 convection ovens. These are all convection, but the 2 over in pantry, we keep it like 350. That's more for prep.
Okay.
For desserts, we have a couple desserts that we heat up to order. It depends on what you're cooking. You know, if we make short ribs, which we do, we have on our menu daily. I cook them in this oven, but we stay at 350. It just really depends on what you're cooking. Most of our fish, yeah, we go hot and fast.
High heat.
High heat.
Okay. So, and this is right at 500?
Yep.
And you're going to go right at 10 minutes? Are you checking it early? To like?
I'll know. I just, you know, we've done these enough. But yeah, 10 minutes shouldn't take more than that.
Okay.
You know, we can go ahead and check that out in about 10, but it should be good to go.
Cool. And so
While we're
how
waiting-
do you know if you're a newbie doing it the first time?
You
since
can-
it's all covered. And,
You can feel it through the bag,
Okay.
just like you would any other fish. You know, if you just give it a little press and you can feel it kind of give, it's good to go. If it's firm, it needs a little more time. But
Got
with all
it.
that liquid in there, it'll steam. And like I said, steam's a fast cooking method.
how long after you take it out does it continue to keep steaming and cooking? And how long do you keep it in?
I mean, the first few minutes, it's going to keep steaming and keep cooking.
Yeah.
But hopefully you're not waiting that long to give it to your guests.
Yeah.
But it, like I said, it's real forgiving. So if it doesn't get done right away, no big deal. All right.
Oh, yes.
Here's our tripletail and papio. You can see it's all ballooned up. That means we did a nice job sealing it. All the steam blew up the paper. Everything in there is just nice and happy and co-mingling.
And so it's still obviously very hot. You just took it up to 500 degrees. How long are you letting it sit?
We can go right to the plate with it. I mean, you can, you know, if you got some time or you got something else to do, you can let it sit there. It's not going to overcook.
I still see that thing steaming up.
Yeah, you can see it
Ooh,
bubbling
baby.
in there, nice and
That's
buttery,
all that
nice
butter.
and juicy. Chardonnay, all that good flavor.
Dude, I think you might be able to smell that through the camera, Cody. Dang. Yeah, I can see why this kind of turned some heads.
Yeah,
And so you're going to show us here, obviously, how you're serving it is as well.
exactly.
Man.
I mean, and really, there's really nothing to it. You're just basically going to cut it or open it and put it on the plate. Some people want to leave it in the paper. Some people snip it and open it and leave it there.
Yeah.
We like to take the paper away. We don't want to get paper in people's food. So all you're going to do really is take it onto the plate, present it like this, and then all you got to do is just open her up.
Oh, the moment of truth.
And what that does is it creates a nice sauce.
Oh, yes. The crab on top. A little butter.
Nice garlic, capers.
Oh, man.
And I didn't put any starch or veg with this because you guys can do whatever you want. You know, if we do this at home,
Like, what do you recommend? What's your favorite?
we typically will do this with some nice garlic and herb roasted fingerling potatoes and some grilled asparagus. But whatever you're into, whatever vegetables you like, whatever starch you like, that's up to you.
I don't know. I see some greens in there. That's
Yeah, oh,
vegetable to me.
Yep. And then, you know, if you want to go ahead and do
Yeah, that looks so good.
just, you know, a little garnish, however you want. That's fine. And there you have it.
And so that was around 10 minutes,
Yep,
approximately, at 500 degree heat.
that's right. And you see all the steam.
Yeah, it's
You know, it really that's the wow factor in this dish.
Yeah.
And as you saw, there's really nothing to it. I mean, it's just fold up some paper with some fish in it.
yeah, and it's some butter.
Yeah, that's right. Butter and wine, man.
Capers
lemon
and-
juice can't go wrong.
Man. All right, Brother Troy, we just left the kitchen.
Yes, we did.
You guys listen to the podcast. It might sound a little quieter in here. We've got, 30 more minutes before this place opens, and it's going to be a madhouse. So
Yeah.
the moment of truth, this is still hot. There's still a little steam coming off. Dude.
Make sure you get some of that crab in there, too.
Oh, yeah, I got to get some crab on this first bite. I'm just going right in. Hope you guys don't mind. Oh, my gosh, dude. Cody, this might not be any left for you, brother.
You see how it gets all that
Dude,
flavor
that,
in?
that like melts in your mouth.
Yep. Tripletail is one of my favorites around
Oh,
here,
man.
too.
Let me get little capers in here, too. Dude, this is amazing. So I can see why this is a top seller.
Yeah, it moves pretty well.
Dude, that is so smooth.
And it's simple, man. It's something you guys can do at home without
That is
much.
so
like I
smooth.
said, most probably stuff you got in the fridge already, except maybe the crab.
Yep. Sorry, eating with my hands here, but dude, this is. You guys have to come in here and eat with this guy. Are you here every day, pretty much?
No, I get some days off. I'm here Wednesday through Sunday, but you know when I'm not here, my sous chefs are, and everything's good to go. I mean, we run a tight ship, and everything's well seen over. And like I said, it's about as fresh as it gets coming to Crab and Fin in Sarasota, Florida.
Yeah, and I'll give you some kudos too, besides the amazing fish. But even being in here, I've been in some kitchens before, and it's kind of chaos I guess is the right word. And
Yeah.
man, you guys, it's like a well-oiled machine.
Yes, sir.
Very, very impressed.
Thank you.
And you
It's
guys
hard
have
work.
to come out here, check them out.
Right on.
What are the hours?
We open at 11:30 daily, close at 10 o'clock, Monday through
Get some more of those.
Sunday through Thursday. Friday and Saturday we're open to 10:30. Sunday morning we do a brunch and we open at 11. We still continue our lunch menu also, but we do offer some brunch items on Sundays.
Cool. Crab and Fin, Sarasota. You guys come check them out. Ask for this. Assume you guys have it.
Yeah, like I said,
You guys
some of the
changed it up,
dishes
which
we
is
did
so
today
cool.
you may not see when you come. We change it up all the time, so we'll always have something for you and something you're gonna like.
Yeah, because I remember the first time that we talked about doing this, I
Yeah.
went online and checked it, and then the next time I was like, wow, it's
different.
It's definitely different. All right. We're going to have to shut this down. Let me finish this and let Cody have a little bite too. Guys, thank you so much. All the love, all the support. Please come check out Crab and Fin. These guys know how to cook some fish. We haven't even had the crabs or anything else, but I saw those stone crabs back
Yes,
there.
sir.
That might be a next appetizer. Come check them out. And let us know if you have any questions. Obviously, if you're watching this on YouTube, we have a whole blog post. We'll have links to their site. Talk about some other little tips. We're going to have another video with Lane Snapper, right? And come check them out. And then let us know anything that you guys want us to come back here and film. We're not that far away, and we've had just such a blast today. So let us know. Come check out my boy Troy. And thank you for all the love, all the support. If you haven't already subscribed to the podcast, all you have to do is go to iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, anywhere that iTunes or anywhere that the Salt Drunk Fishing Podcast is played. Give us some love. Subscribe, give us a review. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you on the next one. We out.
'Cause fishing, it's in my soul. It was pain.